OpenAI just admitted something shocking. GPT-5 still lies, benchmarks reward it for doing so, and even Sam Altman says the internet feels fake. But the fix might finally be here. Let's dive into why AI keeps lying, what's really broken, and how OpenAI says they can stop it. We've all experienced it. You ask an AI a question, and it responds with full confidence, only for you to later find out that what it said was completely wrong. This isn't just an occasional glitch, it's a systemic issue baked into how AI models are trained and evaluated. And now OpenAI has publicly admitted that their very benchmarks, the gold standards used to measure progress, are partly to blame. Why AI lies with confidence? Let's start with the root problem. AI models like GPT-4o and now GPT-5 are built to maximize the likelihood of giving what sounds like the best possible answer. But here's the catch. When benchmarks and tests reward confidence rather than caution, the AI learns to guess boldly instead of admitting uncertainty. In other words, if the model says, "I don't know," it risks being scored lower. If it makes something up but does it with confidence, it often gets rewarded. Over time, this shapes a culture of confident nonsense, a polite term for lying. And that's why hallucinations are still such a major problem, even in GPT-5. GPT-5 versus GPT-4o. The numbers behind the lies. According to OpenAI's internal tests, GPT-5 reduces hallucinations significantly compared to GPT-4o. Some studies suggest almost a 50% drop in false answers. That sounds impressive, until you realize that GPT-5 still produces falsehoods in about 40% of test cases. Think about that. 4 out of every 10 answers may still contain fabrications, inaccuracies, or completely made-up details, but the delivery is so smooth and confident that most users don't notice. And this isn't just about trivia or small mistakes. These falsehoods can creep into areas like medicine, finance, law, and security, fields where being confidently wrong could have massive consequences. The benchmark problem. Why evaluation is broken. Now, why hasn't this been fixed? Because the tools we use to measure AI performance are fundamentally flawed. OpenAI's new research revealed something shocking. Many benchmarks actually reward hallucinations. If an AI hedges, admits uncertainty, or says it cannot answer, the system punishes it. But if it produces a flashy, confident answer, even if it's wrong, it gets a higher score. This explains why leaderboards show constant improvement, while real-world users keep running into the same trust issues. It's like grading a student not on correctness, but on how confidently they speak, no matter if their facts are wrong. And the result? Inflated metrics that don't match reality, and a false sense of progress in AI safety. Sam Altman. The internet feels fake. Even Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, has admitted recently that the internet itself now feels fake. Why? Because bots have taken over. Studies show that more than half of all web traffic is now generated by bots. This means that when you scroll online, whether it's reading a news article, browsing reviews, or even looking at social media posts, there's a good chance what you're seeing was written, boosted, or influenced by an AI system. The scary part is that humans themselves are starting to imitate AI, adopting the same polished but shallow communication style. The line between authentic and artificial has never been thinner. Independent studies. ChatGPT still spreads falsehoods. 40% of the time, independent researchers outside OpenAI have confirmed this. Despite improvements, models like GPT-4o and GPT-5 still spread inaccuracies around 40% of the time. That means, if you rely on AI as your main source of truth, you're gambling with a coin toss every time. And here's the thing. Most users don't double-check. They assume that because the AI sounds smart, it must be right. That assumption is creating a global authenticity crisis, the cultural shift, when humans start sounding like AI. We're now at a point where humans are shaping their communication styles to sound more like AI. People mimic AI's structured answers, overuse buzzwords, and present information with the same overconfidence AI models are known for. This isn't just about hallucinations anymore. It's about how our culture is shifting, how trust, communication, and truth are being reshaped in an age where both humans and machines are blurring into one. How OpenAI plans to fix it. So, what's the solution? OpenAI's new research points to fixing the evaluation methods. Instead of rewarding confidence alone, benchmarks must account for truthfulness and calibrated uncertainty. That means models should be encouraged to say, "I don't know," when they're not sure, rather than fabricating an answer. It also means users need better tools to distinguish between high-confidence, high-truth responses and those that are guesses. OpenAI is reportedly experimenting with new methods of fine-tuning where models learn not only from right and wrong answers, but also from degrees of certainty. Imagine an AI that tells you, "I am 95% confident this is correct," or "I only have 40% confidence, here are multiple possible answers." This shift could help rebuild trust, but it's a long road ahead. Why this matters: the trust crisis in AI. This issue isn't just about hallucinations, it's about trust in digital systems. If AI continues to flood the internet with fabricated content, while humans imitate AI speech, we face a future where distinguishing fact from fiction becomes nearly impossible. Already, deepfake videos, synthetic voices, and AI-generated articles are flooding the web. Combine that with the fact that bots make up more than half of all traffic, and you begin to see the bigger picture. We're building an internet where authenticity is the exception, not the rule. If trust collapses, so does the entire digital economy, from e-commerce and news to education and even democracy itself. The fight against hallucinations has just begun. So, can GPT-5 fix this? Maybe partially. But OpenAI themselves admit that we're only scratching the surface of the problem. Even if hallucinations are cut in half, that's still too high for real-world reliability. The real breakthrough won't come from just making models bigger or smarter. It will come from rethinking how we evaluate AI in the first place. Because as long as we reward confidence over accuracy, we'll keep building machines that lie beautifully. And that's a recipe for disaster. So the question isn't whether AI can become smarter, it's whether AI can become honest. OpenAI says a fix is possible, but until then, we're living in an internet where the line between truth and fiction is vanishing fast. What do you think? Should AI be trained to admit when it doesn't know? Or do you think we'll just adapt to living in a world full of confident lies? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this breakdown valuable, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because the fight against AI hallucinations is just getting started.
Love exploring the world of technology and AI? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to NeoTech-Lens for more insightful and exciting content. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest tech and AI innovations. Your support fuels our journey into the future of technology.